Okay, let's get working on this forecast, everybody. We're pretty much, picking up right now where we have the last several evenings when we've come on this late show, and that means that the skies are basically clear. We've got temperatures that are on the cool side. Other than yesterday evening, we have been fairly cool in the overnights, even though we're getting into a warmer pattern now. These hours of darkness, they are pretty extensive. The day's shortening up, so if you've got the right conditions in an overnight, including clear skies, light winds, and a dry air mass, doesn't matter how warm you are during the day, you can still cool off at night. And we're in the process of experiencing that right now, already in the mid to upper 40s. I'll tell you where I think we're going to land overnight tonight in just a moment. This from Ron Topping. He often sending us in photos pretty much every day, but this is really a fantastic one. Not a cloud in the sky in Muskegon as the sun was going down. Muskegon State Park is where this particular image was taken from, and a lot of good imagery around West Michigan at this point with the trees changing colors. And just a great feel out there today with some of those breezes, lots of sunshine, obviously, blue skies aplenty, and temperatures that reach the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Now, there is a little bit of a cooler pool of air. This is what we've been following for days. A bit of a trough that was to come in behind this Clipper number 2 that has passed on by. It brought a cold front through earlier this morning, but behind it a Pacific air mass. Now, several hundred miles behind it, there has been some cooler air that is now bleeding in, and that will be aiding to provide for a coolish start to Thursday. Down around 43 is where I think we start tomorrow morning off at, but some ridging high pressure just out to the west and as nearby as Chicago O'Hare, 59 degrees. That's a pretty big spread, and we're going to be right up against that air that is trying to warm tomorrow afternoon. So I think we do make it well back into the 60s once again. The winds down to near nothing, so that is one of the main ingredients for getting radiational cooling to go into full bloom, and that's what we've got, down to 43 degrees. This is about as cool as we're going to get it with this fairly mild air mass overhead at the current time. 66 though, with plentiful sunshine tomorrow. I do think late morning, early afternoon, some fair weather cumulus clouds will begin to sprout up, but not many. Blue skies will still be in domination here, and I think those clouds actually evaporate by mid to late afternoon. A dry wedge is going to be pressing in from Lake Michigan, so we'll end tomorrow, the last 2 or 3 hours before sunset, I think without a cloud in the sky. And look at these temperatures going through the weekend. We'll take that. Eventually, though, a system does cross at some point Monday into Tuesday into Wednesday of next week, and behind it, it will turn out considerably cooler with highs probably pressing down into the upper 50s at that point in time. Here's that aforementioned cold front that did wipe on through earlier this morning, and it's attached to a front that goes all the way back into the western states. That's going to come at us, it looks like, on Friday as a warm front and allow for the floodgates to open to mid to upper 70s at that time, so a well above normal air mass. There's a disturbance over southern Canada that will race across as Clipper number 3 off to our north, helping to aid in cranking some southerly winds and really warming us up Friday into Saturday. This is Hurricane Delta in the southern Gulf of Mexico. It has weakened substantially. If you haven't been paying attention for the past day or two, it was a Category 4. Got down to a Category 1 earlier. It's right at the upper echelon of Category 1, Category 2 right now. National Hurricane Center just putting out the latest update and does bring it back to a Cat 3. There is some potential. If it really strengthens between now and the next 36 hours in the central Gulf, it could actually approach Category 4 strength once again before it starts to weaken on its approach to Louisiana earlier in the day on Friday. So that is something to definitely keep an eye on and will be in the national news. I think it misses us, though, with its rainfall. Probably increases our clouds later Sunday into Monday, but a new system from the west, that'll be responsible for our showers. Right now, not a big system, Derek and Janice, but probably turning us wet at some point later Monday into Tuesday, and then much cooler by Wednesday.
All right, Anthony, thank you. Grand Rapids Police are